Today we're going over the cost of living here in Louisville, Kentucky. If you've got any questions on this video or just looking to move here, give me a call. My phone number is down below. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville, and if you are new, click that subscribe button as well as that bell notification so you never miss a new video. I post videos each week on market updates, buyer and seller tips, as well as just general content for Louisville, Kentucky, so make sure you click those buttons so you don't miss a new video. If you do get something out of this video, don't forget to like the video. It really helps me out. The first number we're going to look at is our utilities. Now currently Louisville is sitting 13% under the national average on our utilities, so water, gas, and electric are all going to be about 13% less than what you could expect to pay in most other cities. Now the second number we're going to look at is our food, and right now currently Louisville is sitting right at the national average. We're not above or under on our food costs, so you can expect to pay about what you'd pay in most other cities. Now when it comes to our healthcare, we are sitting about 16% above the national average on things like yearly physicals, dentistry, doctor's appointments, different things like that. You're going to pay a little bit more than what you would in an average city that's currently sitting at the average cost of living. Here in Louisville, we're going to be about 16% higher than that, so just expect to pay a little bit more when it comes to those things. Now when it comes to our transportation, we are currently sitting 5% under the national average, so things like gas as well as getting your tires rotated, different mechanical costs, you're going to be about 5% under the national average. With that being said, I would say that in Louisville, you pretty much need a car to get around because it's not really a city that you can really hop around on the bus. It is possible to do, but it really is difficult to do. So I'd really recommend when you come to plan to move to Louisville, you might want to go ahead and just consider having a car just so that way you can get around town a little bit easier, and you are going to spend about 5% less on maintaining that car here in Louisville than what you would in an average city. Now when it comes to luxury things like entertainment and grooming, things like that, you're going to be about 3% above the national average here in Louisville than what you would be in another city that's at the national average on it. With that being said, 3% isn't a huge deal, but it is something to be mindful of if you are planning on moving here, that might cause a little bit more on the budget when it comes to getting haircuts, as well as just entertaining yourself with movies and different things like that. Now when it comes to housing, we are 20% below the national average, and that's a big deal because when you look at things like the house prices as well as rent, 20% under the national average is a huge deal considering it is the biggest budget item that most Americans have on their list of budget items. So with that being said, you can expect to pay a lot less when it comes to either buying a house or just renting here in Louisville than what you would in your average city. Now in total, when you combine all expenses combined, we are 6% under the national average cost of living here in Louisville than what you'd see, across the board across the United States. With that being said, that's predominantly due to our housing being so cheap. We are 20% below the national cost of living when it comes to our housing, as well as our utilities being 13% under the national average cost of living. With that being said, if you are looking to move to Louisville, give me a call. I've got my phone number down below. I've also got my buyer's guide as well as my website where you can look at houses, so that way you can just see what house they're selling for. And then on top of that, down below, I've got a free calculator. Now this calculator is a website that I pulled a lot of the numbers from, and what I'll tell you about the website is you can actually put in the city that you're moving from to Louisville, Kentucky, and click enter, and it'll tell you what a salary in your current city would be in Louisville. So that way you can kind of see what your current cost of living is. Is it below or under the national average cost of living? And then we can compare it to Louisville, so that way you know, well, that job pays an extra $3,000. Is it going to go a lot farther? Is that really a $10,000 increase, or is that really, $5,000 decrease in pay? So you can really see your options when you compare that, your current city to Louisville with this calculator. So it's really cool. I'm going to attach it down below. I'm not affiliated with it, so it's completely free to use. So feel free to check that out. And once again, if you do have any questions, give me a call. I'd love to sit down and talk to you about it. Once again, my name is Spencer Lowe. I'm with United Real Estate Louisville. See you in the next one.